You mentioned that we have to be able to market ourselves. What is your best advice so that we can market ourselves better?
I would say find a way that you enjoy doing it. Other ways you're going to hate it and you're never going to freaking do it. It's like some people, the advice of look at what other people are doing and replicate it, great advice, but not always perfect for you. I definitely recommend like looking at what it looks like other people are doing that seems to be successful and find things of, but like the next step is find things that you see other people that are doing that are successful that you also want to do. Because sometimes people see things that other people are doing that are successful and they're like, I have to do this because everybody's doing it and meh, meh, meh. And then they get bummed out because they don't want to do it. That's fine. Don't do it because you're going to hate it and it's going to show and nobody's going to want to look at what you're doing if you hate the process of doing it, you know? So find the part of it that you like. Like if you like making videos, great. I like making silly, dumb videos. It's fun to me. So I do it. If you don't like that, don't do it. If you like making process videos, if you like just taking photographs, there are ways like that you can find that you enjoy doing it. And then if you are enjoying doing it, it'll show through and people will be more gravitated to that and be consistent enough without, driving yourself insane. Yeah, I think that's one little piece of advice.
So now, when you are releasing your pottery, can you give me the steps you take so that you're able to sell out your pottery?
Well, I think that I've gotten to that point where I've grown my audience already. So it's like things that I've done a long time ago. I've grown my audience. I've also been selling this way for a while. The first like year or so that I was selling like that, like in batches where I would put it out and say it's all up for sale, they wouldn't sell out as quickly or completely. And so it's taken time to sort of show my audience that it's there. This is how I'm selling it. And so that's just taken years for sure. And then as far as like logistical things that I do, I'm generally just posting whatever I want to post. I don't have like a big plan. I just have an idea and I make a silly video, or I'm working on something, so I make a video that day. But when I'm getting like a week before my update happens, or maybe a week and a half, or even 2 weeks, you don't want to like go too early, I think, or people just get kind of like they forget about it. But like up to 2 weeks before, I start kind of planting the seeds in people's head, like my update's going to be happening in 2 weeks. It's going to be on this day at this time. I maybe post that once or twice, like 2 weeks before. And then a week before, every day I'll try to post something, whether it's in my stories or on my feed in a reel or whatever, where even if it's just in the caption, like, by the way, my thing is going to happen. Because if you don't happen to see the video or see that post that day, you're not going to know that it's happening. So it feels ridiculous to keep repeating yourself sometimes. But I know for me, I'm not going to like see every single post that somebody's making. I'm not going to read through every single post that somebody's making. But if you make like 10 posts that happen to have that somewhere in it, if I'm a follower of yours and I really like your work, I'm more likely to see it if it's been repeated over and over again. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
So I try to I know it just feels so, a lot of people don't like doing it, like the repeating yourself, but people aren't going to read it every time. And if they do, they're like, great, I already know this. And they'll skim through it. Like, yes, your thing is happening, da, 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 da. And then I always say, like, go to my website if you want to know more about how I work, because on my website, I've got an FAQ page so you can like know exactly how it works. So that's where I have it all kind of lined out and you know what to expect. And then I always send out an email to my email people like a few days before. And I always send out an email that's scheduled to go out when the update actually happens. Because I find a lot of people open their emails up like right away, which is
Hmm.
interesting. Something that I didn't really realize until I started getting more into email marketing. And a lot of people appreciate having it just show up in their emails.